Alright guys, today we're over here at Premium Coach Group and we're going to take a break from that red. We're going to take a break from that red rebuild and work on this 2004 Featherlite luxury coach. We're going to swap out this zippy slide out awning. Now, it's not just a topper, it's a slide out awning. So they're very specific about that. It's not a slide out topper because it's an awning, so it goes out over the slide out and becomes a window awning. I'll try to show you that. It's very important. Now Zipty are more of a high-end awning manufacturer for some reason. They haven't really changed their designs for a long time. So this is kind of like the Carefree Omega arms. So it's hard to see, but this is the slide out right there, all the way over to there. So it'll go in and out with a slide out, but also if you open up those latches right there, you can unfurl it and bring it down to the hook right there to hook it down. Zipty awnings are notoriously difficult to service because they're actually made pretty heavy duty. The fabrics are riveted on the tubes themselves, and this one is worn pretty well along with that strap. You can see the cover's damaged, and if we get on top, this awning rail has been ripped off. So there's been a lot of trauma on this awning. It's done its job, it's lived its life, and it's time to be replaced. So we won't just be replacing the fabric on it. And we've already done the rear one because that one got ripped off completely. I don't know the cause of it. All I know is I'm going to change out this topper. I'll try to explain to you guys how this works, and we'll take a look at the everything when we get it off. Now, Zipties are made a little bit more like Carefree, so you only have the one torsion arm. So on this one, it's going to be the front arm is torsion, has a spring on it. The back arm is just an idler. But unlike everybody else, you can't just easily add winds to these. They don't have how do I put it? A great method of servicing. So this arm itself becomes the tool for winding and unwinding. So let me go ahead, lower this lift down, and I'll strap this thing up. Hopefully I'll show you how to unwind it safely. Like most awnings, this is incredibly dangerous, but Zipties make it even more dangerous because we're going to take this bolt off. Now don't forget, this whole thing's under tension. I don't have any real way to lock down the torsion. I don't know if you can see, it's just in a cotter pin right there. Even the old vice grips right here isn't going to do anything. So all I have right now is a safety strap that's holding the tube from rolling up. That's locked down to the lift there. Take that acorn nut off first, and then 7/16 bolt all in thread at the same time. This arm will still be under tension the whole time. I'll have to make sure I'm bracing it. And I'm just going to set you guys up over there, and you can watch me. And of course, just to add more danger, this is actually glass right there. That's a really expensive piece of glass. I don't know if you can see how big that is. I definitely don't want to lose control of this and have it smack and break that. Next thing I have to do I need to take the bolts out of here. That'll be the easiest way. Could try to get the cotter pin out, but I don't want to do that right now. So just take the acorn nut off, the bolt off. That'll disconnect the head from the arm. Do the same thing on that back arm right there. Now we'll unroll the rest of the way, so do have to be careful for that. So then the other one's out right there. This is just an idler. This does nothing. This just spins around and pivots. So that's disconnected. Now we'll go up on top. Because this awning rail got bent off there, I might as well go ahead and replace that awning rail because the new one's going to come with a new awning rail. So just have to drill out all those. Not that I really want to, but it's the next step to do. So right now the awning's just dangling off this rail. Next step is to drill out these rivets. And then I'll take the whole rail and awning out at the same time. If I had a second person, it'd be a lot easier. They're going to be holding stuff for me. These are 3/16 rivets. Got a long ways to go. Yeah, to everybody that's doing this on ladders, I don't know how you're doing it. It's scary, even with the lift. All right, so this is the bedroom slide. The fabric got ripped off. I don't know if you can see these rivets right there. That's where the fabric is actually riveted on. It's very complicated. I don't know why they still do it this method. You'll see this awning tube isn't aluminum. It's actually like galvanized steel post, like you might build out a fence. Like a fence might be made out of. So this thing's actually pretty substantially heavy. Like really heavy. New one, because this fabric was discontinued, we decided to go with black, because black is going to look good with this anyways. But it won't come with these caps, so I need to get these caps back on. And then the arm, I need to put it back in the up position. That'll help me install it, because it's going to be rolled up when we install it. Alright, so there it is. Zip the awnings. Let's go ahead and unwrap this thing. At least I shipped it nicely. Right there. A couple bags of hardware. And if I open this over that way, there's the all important warranty registration. Elk Grove Village, Illinois. Zip the awnings. You'll notice there's no instructions on this. It's good, isn't it? There's that awning rail I told you they'd send me, but it doesn't have any holes in it. Alright, so the new one, like I said, didn't come with end caps on it. So you have to take these off. There's nothing special about it, it's just a cotter pin. Alright. We'll put a new one on. Looks right. Alright. Do the same thing on the other side. Alright, so this side does have torsion, or the spring on it, so it's not free floating. Now all I want to put is little few extra holes in this thing as possible, because this is a very expensive roof. What I'm going to do is clean off this roof, then I'll mark right here where every hole is, because the new awning rail won't have holes in it. I get to make my own holes. That's just some cleaner, obviously. So this is the aluminum, extruded aluminum rail I was telling about. So that's pretty thick. It looks like Featherlite only sealed the holes. So what I will do is He's a pretty good blob of urethane right here because I trust urethane in this application. And I'll seal the holes with urethane. That'll be good back support on the rivets too. Okay, so with that cleaned up, let's go get the new awning. So I'm just gonna put this up in place. Pretty much mark where it needs to go. All right, so right about here is the front where it was. It'd be more than long enough. I might as well just match it up to where it was. It's better to me that way. All right, looks like about where it was. My hole. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave that right there. That'll just be a temporary one as I line up the rest of them. Alright, so with those in place, now I can drill this one back out again. Like I said, I'm going to be using urethane, so this is really high quality 3M windshield urethane. So it'll be a good sealant and a good adhesive too. So I'll put that underneath the rail here, and then of course on each hole. One down. Do something I don't want to do. Alright, now this glove is worthless. Let's clean this area up so I don't get it on the fabric. Alright. So with that one, the awning rail is now on. Now I just have to slide it on. I'm going to set you guys up. I'm gonna get somebody to help me out because I can't do this by myself safely. Just lubricate that rail so it slides on a little easier. That's just glass cleaner. So we're just gonna be sliding it on like normal awning because I have the end caps on. It'll mount onto that bolt. I have the nuts in my pocket. We'll bolt that on. Bolt it onto that arm up there. Take the bottom bolt out and put some wines on, and then this job will be done. If any of you guys follow RVing with Andrew Steele, definitely take a look at him. In one of his videos, he was doing a test drive on a really nice red Newell. I think it was a 2011, and he had a driver helping him out. And that driver is going to help me out. His name is Angel. He's a big help. So, thanks, Angel. Should just be able to put that bolt through and put the lock washer on and put the nut on. Alright, so the next part is probably the most dangerous part. The awning all the way rolled up or rolled down. There's no tension on it, though unrolling it did put tension on it, but not a lot. I'm going to have to strap it down like you saw at the beginning, so because as I start winding it up, it's going to start wanting to roll up, but I don't want it to roll up, so I have to keep it from rolling up. Zipty's very specific about the winds. They want 30 winds on anything longer than 24 inches, which is weird because they're not going to have a 24-inch slide, so they might as well say 30 winds. Whatever. And so on this one, it's going to be just like a normal standard awning. We're going to wind it away from the top of the roof. Like I said, this is the scariest part. We should be okay, right? All right, so yeah, it's always scary taking your life in your hands, worrying about things letting go, breaking your arm, beating up the side of the coach, do lots of horrible things. It's not a good design, but I guess it's lasted. They really haven't changed it in 45, 50 years, I guess. So the last thing I have to do is just get on the roof, put 2 set screws in that awning rail so it doesn't slide back and forth, and this job's done. We'll take a look at it. Alright, and that should keep it from sliding back and forth on the rail. This awning's installed. I am actually going to put a little bit of dab of sealant at each one of those rivets. It shouldn't leak, but I don't want to be blamed for it. I mean, the manufacturer didn't. Alright, there it is, the slide out topper. Now, let's go ahead and turn it into a window awning. Now, of course, you can use one of those high-tech awning tools. The ladder's a lot easier. You have to unlock those arms. Pull out on it. Believe it or not, there's a tiny little pocket sewn into here. Tuck that into. Because why wouldn't you? Alright guys, so there you had it. Installing a zippy slide out awning. Not a topper, but an awning because it's also a window awning. Now this was on a 2004 Featherlite. But overall, I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. We should be okay. There's a little pocket that they sew in right there, so you can tuck the extension in. The things they think of. That's it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I gotta go do a lot more work. Thanks a lot. Want to say hi to everybody, Angel?
No.
Okay. I set you up for the hi to everybody joke.
Is it?
I don't know. Yeah. You remember my car?
Yeah. Did you do the rivets that was on it?
What's that?
Wasn't this falling off?
Yeah, I put a new one on. But it's taking me so long. That recording. International superstar, Angel.
Oh.
My man.